There is a particular kind of ache a parent feels when the world is unkind to their child.
Sister moms, sister moms, sister moms, moving as one. Let's go to the bus stop so you can go to school. Just me and my booze. Let's go to the bus stop. Come on, y'all have an amazing day at school today, okay? Okay? Yeah? All right.
I don't know.
What you mean you don't know? Huh? Listen. You know that you're a girl. You've always looked like a girl. You don't let nobody who's jealous of you break your spirit and break you down and make you feel less than what God created you to be. Okay? Your name means beautiful. You are both beautiful inside and out. So you don't take your earrings off. You don't have to alter your appearance for someone else's palate, ever. I'm not raising you to abide by anyone else's standards. Okay? Be you. Have friends who like you for you and don't put you down. If somebody is at school putting you down, they're not your friend. If they giving you backhand comments, they telling you you're ugly and you look like a boy or whatever else, anything that will hurt your feelings, that is not your friend. So don't be around them. Don't play with them. Don't speak to them. None of that. Because you don't have to. You don't have to engage in none of that. Okay?
Yeah, but I don't.
God made you perfect. He illustrated you well.
I decided to step into the truth booth today because I wanted to discuss a situation that I have been dealing with my daughter. And I thought that I was being proactive. I thought that I was handling things the right way, yet it's still going on. And so I just need a little bit of support before I lose my mind, because I can be a pit bull. Yes, I may have not birthed my children, but you wouldn't be able to tell, because I don't just go hard on my kids, I go hard for my kids. I'm a protector at heart. The problem is I can't protect my baby from what's going on, and I'm starting to feel helpless. So just to give a little backstory, I am originally from San Francisco, California. I am a Bay Area. I'm a West Coast girl. I lived in Vegas for the last 20 years, and I just got to New Orleans last April, so I haven't been here a full year yet. I am technically still in transition. My household just got here. I still need to unpack all these boxes. My daughter just got here at the beginning of January to start the second semester. My baby is 6 years old. So I started noticing some behaviors that I did not ever see before. So when she got here, the second day of school, she said, "Oh, Mommy, can you buy me some dresses? Can you buy me some skirts and some dresses?" And I said, "Well, it's freezing outside. You know, it's cold. You're not going to put on a dress right now because it's 20 some degrees outside. So we're going to wear pants, and when it warms up, then you can wear, you know, some skirts, some shorts, some dresses and things like that." She said, "Well, they have uniform dresses, Mommy. You know, can you just put me in a dress?" And so I didn't pay too much attention to it in that moment, but she was telling me without telling me that she was being bullied. So I'd say about the third day, I see her in the mirror struggling to put earrings on. Now, when she came here, she had an infection on her lobe. She has like keloid type skin, very sensitive skin, and so it was very inflamed. And so I told her, you know, let's make sure that your earlobe is healed before we put any earrings in it. So, you know, I put some peroxide and cleaned it up real good, put a little bit of Neosporin and just kind of let them sit and air and heal. But I noticed that before her ears got a chance to heal, she was struggling to put earrings in her ear. And I said, what are you doing? I said, we had a discussion about letting your ears heal. And I know they must be in pain. So why are you putting earrings in your ear? And she said, well, the bus driver told me that if I put earrings in my ear, that they won't, the other kids won't think I'm a boy. And I said, what do you mean they won't think you're a boy? I said, you don't look like a boy. She said, well, the other kids keep calling me a boy. They think I'm a boy. They tell me that I'm ugly. I said, it's literally day 3. How is it? You just got here. How are you being bullied? You don't know these people and they don't know you. So it started happening on her second day of school. My daughter was getting bullied, being told that she was ugly and that she looks like a boy. My daughter, her name is Bella, and she really is the epitome of her namesake. She is beautiful, both inside and out. She has this big, bright smile, these big, beautiful eyes. I'm talking about, you could just stare into my daughter's eyes and become mesmerized. They are beautiful. And to come here, you know, you're already in a new city, a new state, away from all of your friends, and the first day or 2 of school, you're already being bullied. I've never seen my daughter so self-conscious in her life at all. And they even went as far as to slap her. Like, they put their hands on her. So that, of course, pissed me off, because I don't play that. My knee-jerk response was what I was taught. Somebody hit you, you better max them out. Max them out. Don't let nobody put their hands on you. You're not gonna get in trouble for me for fighting. Not if you didn't start the fight. So if somebody put their hands on you, you better hit them as hard as possible. That was my knee-jerk reaction and response. And then I thought about it. I'm like, you know what, Nicolia? What can you bless? What knowledge can you bless your child with that would be useful for her, other than knocking somebody out, right? So I scaled back and I said, hey, you need to kill them with kindness, right? Because we were also taught that. We were also taught to just be nice to people and see how they receive that. And I said, have you been nice to them? You know, did you say anything to them that might have offended them? And then I thought about it. I'm like, what was my experience here? I got the same treatment when I got here. Didn't matter how nice I was. Didn't matter if I smiled, if I spoke, if I greeted them. I still got the same nastiness. And I'm going to get into that a little bit later on, because I don't want to start a war, you know, because when I express my experiences here in New Orleans, some people think that I'm just dumping on New Orleans and this and that, and I'm generalizing, and then I'm not. You know, I know very well that everyone here is not the same. My experience with everyone here hasn't been the same, right? But it's definitely different. The difference is I'm an adult, and I'm a very secure adult in who I am. I don't care what people think about me. I don't care what they have to say about me, because I know that people will choose to dislike you for whatever reason they choose to dislike you, or they make up in their head. They don't even have to know you, and they will choose to have an issue with you. I've been on the earth long enough to know that, and I don't care, because my tribe is going to be my tribe, and whoever is not a part of that tribe just is not part of that tribe. I don't care. I'm not for everybody. I'm not everyone's flavor, and everyone isn't mine, and that's okay. But you will respect me, and I will set a boundary, and I won't let up off that boundary. My 6-year-old, though, she doesn't know how to handle that. And I'm doing my best to juggle how to help her navigate through this. So, back to the story. She finally tells me that she's being bullied, that they're putting their hands on her. My knee-jerk response is, max them out. And then I went back to, like, okay, how can we use assertive communication? You know, I said, why don't you tell them, hey, it really hurt my feelings when you call me a boy and you tell me that I'm ugly, and I would like you to handle me with care and do this instead. And then I thought about it. I'm like, is assertive communication going to work well amongst 6 and 7-year-olds? Like, what? How do they receive it, especially if it's not practiced in their own home? So we talked about ways to navigate bullying, how to communicate, how to ignore things, but I also don't want her to become a doormat. Don't be afraid to set a boundary and stand on your boundary. So I went ahead and spent some money. I bought a whole bunch of dresses, skirts, Bermuda shorts, even though it's cold. I went ahead and I bought her all these things. I bought her a big old box of different bows, a whole bunch of earrings, shoes, new shoes, boots, just different things that we can try to get her to look more girly, because now she has locks. And I even called the school, spoke to the dean, spoke to the teacher, the assistant principal, spoke to the bus driver, made them aware, and it seemingly stopped. I thought it stopped. She told me, oh yeah, they're not making fun of me anymore, we're good. Okay, cool. And then this morning happened. Actually, yesterday happened yesterday. And all of a sudden she was trying to put on a dress. I said, it's cold outside, so you can wear the dresses and the skirts on the warmer days. So that was a fight. This morning she got up and put a skirt on. So I didn't fight her because it's cold out, but it's not too bad. And then I looked at her. I said, where's your earrings? And she kind of gave me this look. And she said, well, I took them out. I said, why did you take your earrings out? And she said, well, they said I still look like a boy whether I have earrings or not. And I'm just tired of this. I'm tired of talking about this. I'm tired of going through this. And she was so frustrated. And so here I am thinking like, okay, I told you to kill him with kindness. I told you to be kind. I actually spoke to the dean. I spoke to the assistant principal. I spoke to the bus driver. I bought you new clothes, a whole bunch of new clothes and earrings and bows and headbands and shoes and little girly things so that you would feel more feminine and so that they would know that you're a girl. And it dawned on me, it doesn't matter what the hell I put on my daughter. These little kids are relentless. So I'm thinking my next step should be to have a conversation with the parents. The problem is my experience here in New Orleans has not been a great experience at all. I got to my new job when I got here and was dealing with haters. These people didn't know me. They were spreading rumors about me, gossiping, having things to say about my attire. I mean, you name it, I was under scrutiny all the time. Dealing with attitudes from nowhere, people saying things behind my back. Like, it just was horrible. And the crazy thing is, I was warned about this behavior. My grandmother is a native of New Orleans. She grew up in the 9th Ward, spent some time in the Feet Projects, but she would always talk about how she couldn't stand her people here. And I didn't understand that because I love the Bay. You know what I'm saying? I love the Bay Area. I'm originally from San Francisco, California. I'm a Bay Arean at heart. I'm a West Coaster for real. I love the people from where I'm from. I love the culture, right? New Orleans has its own culture and it's beautiful as well. They have great food. Mardi Gras is great. They're rich in culture and history, right? But there's also another side, and people assume that Southern hospitality is across the board, and it's not. It's not. You deal with people out here who have attitudes for no reason. You'll speak to them and they'll sit there and act like they don't hear you. They can be very intrusive. They overstep boundaries a lot, and then the communication is lacking. For real. So I get agitated in dealing with that. I've never dealt with that. However, I know how to deal with this. You know what I'm saying? I ignore you or just don't deal with you. I'm gonna check you hard about it. Like, that's what it is. But my daughter, we're not on the same level with that. I don't want to mess around and have a conversation with someone else's parent and they mess around and say something ignorant or try to justify this behavior because it's gonna go left. You know, and I'm trying to be the adult in this situation. I'm trying my best. Why is my daughter still being bullied after 2 months? So I don't know what to do. I don't know what else to tell her. I tell her she's beautiful all the time. She gets told how beautiful she is all the time. But for whatever reason, the negativity is taking precedence. She's listening and believing what other miserable children, ignorant children are telling her. Doesn't matter that everybody who sees her says, oh, she's so pretty, oh, you're so beautiful, or oh, I love your eyes, oh, I love your hair. Oh, it doesn't matter. If your peers or the people that you want to seek validation from aren't giving you that, now it's taking a toll on you. And I've just been pouring into her, and she's fallen into this depression. So, you know, I was warned about it. I was warned about it before I moved here, and now we're dealing with it. I remember a time where my daughter was playing with scissors. She went and cut her ponytails off. She wanted to take her rubber bands out of her ponytails and went to cut all her ponytails off. And I tried to cut her hair even, but I don't know where the guards went. You know, my late husband had clippers, all the guards are missing. So I was trying to get it, you know, as even as possible. She jerked her head and the hair came out. So I had to cut her off like Mr. Clean. She was bald, okay? Went to school. Everybody thought she had leukemia when she didn't. And I put her earrings on, I put her dress on, I dressed her up because she was like, oh no, mommy, I'm gonna look like a boy now. I said, you have a feminine face, you are absolutely gorgeous. Doesn't matter the length of your hair, doesn't matter if you have no hair, doesn't matter if you have mid-length hair, hair down your back, an afro, you are absolutely stunning. And when she went to school, her friends in her class, they all said, oh Bella, what happened to your hair? And she said, oh, my mommy cut my hair off. And they all said, you look so pretty, you look beautiful. She got so much attention, positive attention, and beautiful compliments that she wanted to stay bald. She wanted to keep her hair like that. But then she comes here to New Orleans, where a lot of these kids have their hair the same way that she has hers. They have locks. And yet she's being told that she's ugly and looks like a boy. Come on now. So I'm trying my best to handle this as a parent, dealing with your child being bullied and them feeling helpless and me feeling helpless because I can't get in there and change that for her. I can't get in there and change it. My next step is going to be to call a meeting with the parents, have a sit down, go ahead and bring the kids into that meeting as well. Let's do some mediation because I'm not about to continue having my child be bullied. And I sure as hell ain't about to sit up here and deal with somebody putting their hands on my kid, on my 6-year-old, period. So I just had to step into the truth booth this morning just to give you guys some insight on what I've been dealing with regard to my daughter being bullied. So y'all have a blessed day.